I'll never forget that day. No, no, never forget that day. No, 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 I'll leave it. No, I'll never forget that day. No, no, never forget that day. No, 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 I'll leave it. No, I'll never forget that day. No, no, never forget that day. No, no,
So we are in the farm of a gentleman. He's Shadrack Appau from the Upper Dentra East Municipality and the Central Region. So, Mr. Shadrack, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
How old are you?
Well, as of now, I'm 29.
29 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your farm,
Yes, please.
and I heard it's 8 acres. Can you talk a little about it? How many acres of land is it?
Well, the whole land is 8 acres as of now. Then we are planning to even expand what we are doing as of now. Yeah. So it's 8
8 acres. What do you grow on the land?
Well, I'm having cashew, purposely cashew.
Okay.
That is what I want to embark on.
Okay.
It's a long-term investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's a long-term investment, how do you sustain it, and how has the journey been like? How has the journey been like?
But if let's say I should explain how it has been, it will take us a long time. But I'll give a brief stuff about it. Like when I started the whole thing, I started with maize farming. I first had the dried ones in stock, and then I went to the next phase within the same year. For that one, I harvested it and then I sold it. So I had money from there.
From the
And
maize.
from the maize.
Okay.
So I plan to plant this cash crop, this cashew farming. Yeah. Even for that money, it couldn't sustain me. So I had help from my dad and let's say my parents. They've been the motivation behind all this, and then some friends as well. So it hasn't been easy. And then I'm also having some cocoa farm. I started with planting. So the let's say some little amount of money that comes from the planting harvest, and then let's say I put some inside this very business. So it hasn't been easy at all.
Okay. So if I'm getting you, after selling the maize, you use some part of the money from the maize selling,
Yes.
some money from your cocoa farm,
Yeah.
some money from your parents, that
Yes,
is your
yes.
dad and mom, to invest into this cashew crop.
Yes.
So how hard is it to grow a cashew plant? And then how long will it take for it to germinate and for you to start making money out of the
Well,
cashew?
I love to compare. If let's say I should compare cocoa to cashew, um, cashew is far better, and then it's easy to plant compared to cocoa. If you're taking care of cocoa, isn't easy, but for this is very free. I got the seedlings from Brown, and then I came to plant it. When you just put it down there, and then you leave it for let's say for about 10 to 15 days, and then it will germinate.
Okay, so if I'm to add, how long have you been doing it? This one? How old is this tree?
Let's say a year and plus.
A year and plus.
Let's say at most 14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say in the next 2 years or 3 years, when do you hope to realize the fruits coming out of it?
Well, as of now, it's 1 year now.
Okay.
And you could see clearly that it has started flowering. Yeah, you could see clearly that it has started flowering. This is some of the flowers. You see clearly from here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so if let's say I had much funding, maybe all of this plantation would have let's say flowered. So because I didn't get much funding to fund all this stuff, let's say I'm hoping to get much income from it. Let's say next year, around November thereabouts. Yeah. So for this year, I don't expect much. Let's say about 1% of what I've invested.
Hopefully, that's what you hope to get
Yeah,
this year. Okay, so let me see. This is about 8 acres that you have.
yeah.
What's your expansion strategy? Do you hope to expand it? Do you hope to do it small? What's your strategy for expansion?
The expansion issue, but it is not easy expanding such projects. Um, if let's say I love to expand it, it will be 2 years or 3 years from now. It's not easy. So it takes a lot of money and then hard work, labor as well. It's not easy at all. So if let's say I love to expand it, in fact, I'm having a plan to expand it. I'm having about 5 acres as of now, of which I intend expanding it, but it's not yet. Um, I'm not ready to expand it
No.
within this year or next year.
Okay, if someone should come on board, what do you expect from that person? If let's say government or someone or an investor wants to come and help you do this, what do you expect from him?
Well, I love to expand it, and then if let's say an investor intends to help with the expansion, in fact, I will love it. Just that, let's say if the terms and conditions are favorable, I would love to expand it. Yeah, from now onwards.
So what will you need? Will you need money, technical assistance, or what do you need to expand? Because if you've been able to grow it to this level, what do you need to expand? Because if you have the 5 acres of land, and you've been able to cultivate 8 acres, what stops you from cultivating the next 5 acres? What do you need to expand?
But it's all about money. More times, it's about money, and then um, I don't have the technical knowledge on this. I don't have much. The least that I have is what I'm using now. So if let's say an investor intends come in, I would expect that person to also help with let's say consulting when it comes to planting of the tree and then getting much harvest from it.
Mm.
It's not easy getting labor, but more times I get the help of let's say some Togolese
Mm.
who comes in to help. Just imagine working on 8 acres of land. They will come in and then weed, and then it will cost you. So for a year, it takes me about 5 times to clear the land. Yeah, but more times with the help of my dad and then my mom and some colleagues at they come in to also help. Yeah, so more times I don't hide.
Mm.
I also do some of the weeding.
Okay. So what's the exit plan? Do you intend to leave this farm? If let's say someone should offer you a huge sum of money for the 8 acres of cashew, do you intend to sell it in the near future?
Well, I don't intend to exit, because I'm having a purpose for it. I intend to expand, not to exit. Yeah. So if let's say I should get investors as of now, but I would love to devote my whole time then expand it. That's all.
And duplicate it in several areas.
Yeah. And then
So this is Shadrack Appau, a gentleman who is 29 years and doing his own thing, cashew crop planting. And I think he's doing a very good job. On his own, he's been able to cultivate about 8 acres of cashew plant. He needs help in terms of technical knowledge and then in terms of funding to make sure that his dream of owning one of the biggest cashew plants in Ghana come into being. Let us help, let us contribute, let us make sure that a dream is fulfilled. Thank you.